If self-trust feels hard right now, we need to talk honestly about why that is. Welcome to day 7 of the 30-day self-trust challenge with me, Kathy Richards, registered dietitian. Today we're talking about repair and how that builds trust. Okay, so trust isn't built by never messing up. It's built by repair. So every time you come back without punishment, trust strengthens. So if we make a mistake or if we feel like our eating gets out of control, it's not about punishing ourselves. It's about rebuilding that trust and coming back to ourselves again. So the invitation for today is to practice repair instead of self-criticism. So an example of that would be I spoke to myself kindly after a hard moment. So personally, I've been dealing with someone that's really hard to communicate with. They tend to have narcissistic tendencies. And for a long time I was not jumping down that rabbit hole, so to speak. And this week I found myself doing that again. And part of rebuilding my self-trust in that communication, in that relationship, is to remind myself that I don't have to do that. And it's okay that sometimes I forget that I've had that practice. I've worked really hard on it in the last 6 years, but I'm not wrong to sometimes jump back down that rabbit hole. Okay. So speaking to yourself kindly after a hard moment. Another example would be I ate the next meal normally. So that may mean that we skipped a meal or we overate at a meal or we had a meal experience. It didn't feel comfortable to us for whatever reason, but we don't let that carry on to the next meal. We go back and we eat the meal in the way that we've intended. Maybe that's mindfully. Maybe that's making sure you've got the right balance of macronutrients, but you're coming back to eat that meal normally. And if today felt hard, repair can happen later. Okay. Trust grows when you come back. So like I said, it's not a continuum. Repair and trust takes time, and just recognizing that maybe you missed a moment where there could have been a repair with yourself. That's going to work towards building your self-trust. So join me again tomorrow for day 8.